Hello and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we will be sorting returned records by multiple columns. So we'll be using multiple columns to sort the records returned by a SQL query. I have got my SQL Server Management Studio open, and we are going to be using the AdventureWorks 2014 database. So click on the New Query button to open up the query window. So this is where we will be writing our query. The database we'll be using, it will be the AdventureWorks 2014. So make sure that is selected, and the table we'll be using and the schema we'll be using the person schema and the person table. So let's begin. So we'll start with the keyword use and then specify the database. This is just in case you forget to change the database in here. So it's a good practice to always specify it here so that you know you're running your query against the correct database. And then you type in go just to signal to go, and then we begin the query. So we'll start with the select keyword, and then the table and the schema. I always like to select my schema and the table first. So this is the schema, and then if I put a dot, it give me a list of the table. That's the table. So now when I start typing out the columns, it will pick them up quickly. So this is the table. I need the first name, the middle name, and the last name. So I'll type in the first name. As I'm typing, it gives me some clues. First name. Then you separate the columns from each other with a comma. Then next name is middle name. Let's pick that up as well. And then finally the last name. So I've got my columns, I've got my schema and the table. So the final thing will be the order by clause. So this is the order by clause, and this time I'm going to order by two columns. The first name and the last name. Okay, so when you're ordering by two columns, the first column specified usually takes a priority. So when I execute this, it will first of all sort the first name first before it sorts the last name. So this will be done in alphabetical order or ascending order. That is the default. Because I have not specified descending, it will sort it in an ascending way. So let me execute this query. As you can see, we've got the first name and then the last name in alphabetical order. But the first name takes priority and then it goes on to the last name. So this is how you would sort returned records using order by and multiple columns. In this lecture, we sorted the records returned by a SQL query by multiple columns. So we use multiple columns in combination with the order by clause to sort the returned records. Thank you for your time.